Waves is my round-based zombies game where you survive against an ever-growing number of enemies by using a collection of weapons and upgrades found within its unique maps. The main menu features a simple and effective design that lets the player either play the game by selecting one of the maps, or view their stats that are collected from every game that they play, recording their total kills, highest round, and the number of games they've played. The game comes with 3 unique maps, each designed to give the player different experiences. The first is Farm, a mostly open map set during the daytime. Although there are some close quarters areas, such as in the barn or in the shelters, the gameplay will mostly happen in the open areas. Here, you can attack the enemy from range and give yourself space to run around in, should they get too close. The next map is Shipping. Set during the night in an abandoned port, Shipping features close quarters combat, giving you less room to work with than Farm. Lastly, there's Arena, an open map that serves mostly as the game's tutorial stage. With easy access to all the interactables you'll find within the rest of the maps, you can learn how they all work, what they'll cost, and how to combat the zombies. The blend of these maps gives a well-rounded experience for all types of players. After loading into one of the maps, the user takes control of the player and can look and move around. The game uses a standard control scheme for a first-person shooter, with WASD to move around, spacebar to jump, and mouse movement to look. The player can shoot with left click, reload with the R key, and interact with the E key on select items found around the map. Lastly, the P key will pause the game, showing a menu similar in design to the main menu. From here, the game can either be resumed, or the user can choose to leave. Going back to the game, you can see the UI for the player. It's designed to relay all the information the user will need, while also being unintrusive and not detracting from the gameplay. In the bottom left is the player panel, which shows the player's current points, which is the currency used in the game, as well as the player's health bar. In the bottom right is the weapon panel, which shows the current weapon's magazine ammo, reserve ammo, and its current tier. The top right contains the game panel, showing the player what round they're currently on. In the centre of the screen is the crosshair for the player's weapon. Lastly, below the crosshair is the message panel that will display relevant messages such as interaction prompts when contextually necessary. Upon damaging or killing an enemy, the player will earn points that are then used to make purchases within the map. They can buy doors, weapons, perks, or upgrades. The choice is entirely up to the player and adds another layer of complexity and challenge to the game. Red doors can be found around the map, sectioning off areas from the player. They will all require some varying amount of points in order to purchase them and then unlock that area. The game has 4 guns: the pistol, the shotgun, the submachine gun, and the rifle. Every map has the player start with the pistol. It is low damage, is semi-automatic with a medium fire rate, has a medium range, and has low ammo. The remaining weapons can all be found within the map at their respective boxes, highlighted by the white particle effect around them. These boxes are also used to replenish ammo for their weapons. The shotgun is high damage, is semi-automatic with a low fire rate, has a very short range, and has low ammo. The submachine gun is low damage, is fully automatic with a high fire rate, has a short range, and has a medium amount of ammo. Lastly, the rifle has medium damage, is fully automatic with a medium fire rate, has high range, and has a medium amount of ammo. Each weapon in the map can also be upgraded at the one oven found within each of the maps. Although it's the most expensive purchase, upgrading a weapon will increase its tier by 1, as shown in the bottom right of the player's HUD, therefore increasing its damage and effectiveness against the zombies. Within each of the maps are a collection of perks, upgrades that the player can purchase to give them some kind of bonus. These are found within the fridges that can be seen in the map, each with their own colour of particle to differentiate them. In total, there are 5 perks, all with their own effects. Regen, the blue perk, will reduce the player's health regeneration cooldown. Reload, the green perk, will make the player's weapon reload faster. Speed, the orange perk, will increase the player's movement speed. Health, the red perk, will increase the player's maximum health. Multi, the purple perk, will increase the points the player earns for each kill. The enemies were designed and created to be melee only, which meant that they would need a way to track the player and move towards them in order to get them within their attack range. To do this, each of the maps use Unity's navmesh system to create an area where the enemies can walk, as shown by the blue. The enemies were then made to be navmesh agents, with the ability to walk around the mesh. They are then given the player's location, and the AI calculates the most effective route through the navmesh to the player's location. Once that was implemented, the enemies were given a shambling animation in order to make them look less silly and feel more alive. A degree of randomness was also used to make each animation slightly distinct from the others, so that they were not all moving in unison. A simple yet effective health bar was also given to the enemies, so that the player knew how close they were to dying. This is only shown to the player after they do damage to the enemy for the first time, in order to minimize visual pollution and confusion from having too many on screen at one time. Many of the actions and reactions within the game come with a sound in order to better convey them to the player, such as the confirmation ka-ching sound when a purchase is made, or the reloading sound. This was done through creating a simple sound manager script that could be accessed from many areas of the program, allowing any action to play a sound on demand. Resources such as 3D models, sounds, and textures were found from different places across the web. These are all the links to the assets that I used within this game. With all that out of the way, please enjoy some gameplay.